At New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral, a virtual Palm Sunday Mass streamed online today from an empty cathedral for parishioners watching at home, physically distancing, in a city that remains the epicenter of the COVID crisis in America. And on a day when more sobering images emerged of the latest ad hoc morgue, this one in Brooklyn, word the ever-growing death toll in this country will this week likely turn even worse.
Things are going to get bad, and we need to be prepared for that. It is going to be shocking to some.
Anthony Fauci, the Trump administration's lead scientist on this, today explained that even though both infections and deaths in New York this weekend seemed for the first time to slow down, so many of those already ill are gravely so.
So we just buckle down, continue to mitigate, continue to do the physical separation, because we got to get through this week that's coming up, because it is going to be a bad week.
Or as the U.S. Surgeon General put it,
this is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment, our 9/11 moment, only it's not going to be localized. It's going to be happening all over the country.
That said, tonight, Donald Trump tried to paint a more optimistic picture.
We're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel.
Underlining that despite the horrific death count anticipated in the days ahead, it may be that social distancing in America, as well as other steps, is beginning to have an effect.
Can never be happy when so many people are dying, but we're going to be very proud of the job we did to keep the death down to an absolute minimum, the least it could have happened.
Trump's been criticized before for being overly optimistic on all of this, but indeed tonight, he also suggested the overall death count in America ultimately may not be as high as his own experts have predicted, though even he noted tonight it will be horrific. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.
And one more development from the United States coming to us late this evening. The Bronx Zoo announced that one of its tigers tested positive for COVID-19. Apparently, the animal caught it from an asymptomatic worker, and other tigers are showing symptoms as well. So let's bring in a familiar face to our viewers, infectious disease expert Dr. Lenora Saxinger joining us from Edmonton. I know this sent you to the books to do some reading, or at least the computer. Does it change our thinking about whether pets can get COVID-19 or even pass it on to us?
Well, we've already gone through the dog question. It looks like dogs are not very good hosts for this virus, although they might be able to carry it. They don't appear to get that sick. And after I heard about the tiger, I found that there has been a recent publication looking at giving the infection to cats on purpose, using a fairly high amount of virus. And in that case, the cats didn't get terribly sick, but they did carry the virus and were able to pass it to other cats in close quarters. And so it's going to be an evolving question, but based on that study, it doesn't look highly likely that we're going to have to worry about cats being a cause for transmission in the community. But you might want to be a little bit more cautious about having like close face-to-face contact with your cat if you're sick.